Hi, this is Z from the band Orden Ogan and you're watching Rocknlive. Yeah, To the End is our new studio record. This is in fact the third studio record that we did for AFM Records. It contains, like, let's say, basically the typical Orden Ogan sound, you know, like I would say, like melodic heavy metal, not power metal or whatever. And yeah, just listen to it. Basically, To the End was the opening track of the record, and it was one of the songs that was written first. You know, basically, it is about the idea of a girl that basically dies for her beliefs. She's been burned on the stake. Like, there are some parallels to, you know, the Inquisition and stuff like that, and all this religious stuff. So she, but she dies for her beliefs, so she takes it to the end, you know. And I think one interesting metaphorical parallel is that if you start like a melodic metal band in Germany, you know, there's a huge, let's say, death metal underground scene in Germany, but it's very, very hard to get somewhere with a melodic metal band, you know. And so yeah, basically we always just did what we wanted to do, and so we also took it to the end. Or let's say, at least I don't hope this is the end already.
It was a roadfall that we couldn't stand around. Eternal winter is near.
Yeah, as I said before, you know, I mean, we're doing like melodic metal stuff, but I really all hate this really cheesy stuff, you know, like this really funny or happy power metal thing or whatever. So I really personally like to play on thoughts and stuff like that, you know. And yeah, most of the time, apart from like a few songs, but most of the time I really write really dark and sad lyrics and whatever. And there, for example, on that record, there's one song called "Take This Light." It's a piano ballad in the end, and there were a few people that already asked me, like, what are you singing about there? You're singing about dolphins and butterflies and stuff like that. It sounds way too cheesy for the band, you know. And I was like, yeah, in fact the lyrics itself is way too cheesy, but as soon as you have the booklet and see the liner notes, you see that, I mean, there's a loose concept about the end of the world and survival in the end of the world and like some ice age. And this song is about a woman who holds her like dying child in her arms in this world of snow and tries to give hope where all of is lost. And so this also is very, very dark and sad, man.
A million lives just wiped away without a sound, living a dead world in fear. No need to run, we're just waiting for someone.
Since I got my own studio in Germany, I did that all myself. It was basically just, I have to say, like a logical progression, you know. I started to do all the very early demo stuffs for Orden Ogan as well, and I'm also writing the songs and record it myself. So it was like a natural development that you know, you buy more equipment and stuff like that. And when the first bands came and said, "Hey, you're recording that stuff, can you record us?" And you know, so meanwhile I got my own studio and it works out pretty good. So I'm making all of my income from the studio. And yeah, I think the interesting thing is that I really on this one I really focused not only on the songwriting, but I really focused on the sound itself, you know. Because I mean, I think they're like two real world-class producers. That is Andy Sneap and Colin Richardson from both from the UK, and yeah, I'm really looking up to these two guys because they're really doing a really great job. And I would say, like, I would never say quality-wise because that would be way too arrogant, but I would say from the aesthetic of the sound, it's like if you take like Colin Richardson here and Andy Sneap there, I would say like To the End is somewhere in the middle between those two.
No,
No, actually not. The thing is, between 2010 and now, when the East Nope record was released, we lost like 3 members, or drummer, or keyboard player, and our bass player, because Orden Ogan just takes way too much time at the moment. I mean, if you're playing like 90 shows in half a year, obviously you can't do that with a regular job, you know. So back then, our bass player and also our keyboard player, they were doing a lot of songwriting stuff as well. And on this one, we just had to get new people while we were in the songwriting process. So basically, I did most of it myself. On the other hand, I have to say I've been through a really pretty crappy time in my personal life. Yeah, you can say just everything that basically could go wrong went wrong. And yeah, so it was like, yeah, my way of dealing with things, to have like a record that is really forward in your face and really hard. So I think if the other guys would have come with new ideas, I would have said, no, let me do my thing. So this was really necessary. Yeah, I think I just answered that one because we just got new people, you know, in the band and stuff like that. So really, I had to do it myself this time, and I really wanted to do it that time. And but I say, like in general, the band situation is like this. I mean, all the other musicians, I really have the biggest respect for them. I mean, they are all professional musicians. So a guitar player is a guitar teacher, a drummer is a drum teacher. And the bass player also is a guitar teacher and a bass teacher, and so when we're working together, it's like I mean, they have got a lot of ideas, and you know, I really respect what they can do on the instruments and stuff like that. And if there are great ideas, we'll put it into the music. But on the other hand, they respect me as a songwriter and like, let's say, the head of Orden Ogan. So if I say, okay, no, I think we should do it this way, then it's fine for everybody. It's a really great situation. Yeah, I'm really looking forward on being on tour with Look at the Realist Rhapsody and Freedom Call as well. I mean, we toured with Freedom Call in Germany. That was, let's say, pretty successful. A lot of the people really... What?
No, I'm really another question.
Okay. That was really successful. A lot of people really appreciated the package. I mean, it worked out pretty good because, I mean, what I said before, Freedom Call is like more this cheesy and happy metal, power metal stuff, and we are more like the dark band. So let's say it's somewhat of the best of two worlds, you know. And yeah, I mean, if you add Rhapsody on top of it, I think it could be like a pretty successful tour. And yeah, one of the greatest things is that I heard that Luca Turilli himself wanted to have us on that tour as a support. So it was a very quick way and very quick decision for all.
Fusing blind men with kings. Or can we ignite the flame while missing the spark? Or have we reached the end of things?
When it comes to producers, I would say, obviously, I would really like to work with Andy Sneap or Colin Richardson. If it comes to artists, I mean, maybe that sounds strange, but I really think that Jonathan Davis from Korn is a really great artist. If you listen to the music that he did for this, what is it, Queen of the Damned movie or whatever, that's really awesome. And another guy would be Trent Reznor from Nine Inch Nails, because I think they both have got like this very specific way of working with music, and so that's I really think that's really awesome what they're doing.
No need to run, we're just waiting for someone. No eyes to see what we have become.
We'll be in France on that very tour we just talked about, that Luca Turilli's Rhapsody tour with Rhapsody, and I think it will be in somewhere, I think on the around the 12th of December. Yeah, I think on the one hand, our Facebook profile is lacking a lot of French fans still, so
please go on facebook.com/Orden Ogan and add the band. And yeah, what I just keep saying is, without fans buying more CDs, coming to our concerts, whatever, there won't be a successful band. So thank you very much.